Welcome back. It's been a while since we saw our last guest, but since then she's been a very busy lady.
Well, as if making her stage debut, consulting on the new Spice Girls musical and releasing her 5th solo album wasn't enough, she's also got a brand new single out on Monday.
Beautiful voice and a beautiful lady. Melanie is here.
Holly.
Welcome. Nice to see you.
Thank you, and you too.
And you're here because this is the new album, which is The Sea.
Yes.
And you wrote this and recorded this down in Brighton, didn't you?
Well, I had some writing sessions down in Brighton.
Oh, okay.
And I was actually working with a guy called Biff, who was one of our great collaborators with the Spice Girls. He co-wrote Wannabe and Spice Up Your Life, Two Become One, Viva Forever, so some of the real big hits. So it was lovely to work with him again. And yet we were by the sea, so it was really inspiring.
And is that where obviously the title comes from?
Yeah. Each day I'd walk along to the studio, be along the seafront, and we wrote a song called The Sea, which is obviously the title track. And I was just thinking, you know, the sea, it's so powerful, a real force of nature, and really unpredictable, and that's kind of what I wanted the album to be. And I'm really pleased because I do feel that's how it's turned out.
And you said that music's a great way for you to get everything off your chest.
Absolutely. I think often in life it's hard to really express your feelings and emotions, isn't it? You know, face to face with people. So I've always found music a great outlet for doing that.
And how was the theatre?
Theatre was amazing. It was hard work.
Yeah.
People who work in theatre, I've got so much respect for. You've done your time in the theatre.
I did a bit, yeah.
Done your time, because it's like a prison sentence sometimes. Yeah, but I mean, wonderful people, great experience, and I think it's really improved me as a vocalist and a performer.
Yeah, well, it's a real discipline as well, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
So how do you think it helped your voice?
I think it's really strengthened it, both in its range and its power, and I had so much more to play with and so much more control. I think after doing 8 shows a week, it's just relentless, but it's because, you know, I suppose it's a muscle, like it's working out in a gym, isn't it?
And it's one of my favourite musicals, Blood Brothers, and you were Mrs. Johnston, and you were nominated for an Olivier.
Yes, and an Evening Standard Award.
Which is just wonderful.
So will you do some more?
I'd like to, yeah. I mean, when you're doing an album, it's all-consuming, really. 100% energy has to go into that. But beyond that, I'd love to do more theatre.
But also, you don't like really being that away from Scarlett, do you?
Well, this is the tricky thing at the moment because I do a lot of travelling. I'm really lucky. I still have quite a good career over in Europe, and there's much more travelling now. I'm working on the album, and I do miss her. But, you know, I'm really lucky. I love my career, and I have, you know,
and that's something you
time.
say that has also changed you completely as a person, having a baby.
Oh, well, it changed me. I don't know how you feel about having children.
It does. It makes you reevaluate everything.
How it changed me. I just feel like I'm so much happier, I'm so much more confident. I feel really brave as well. I want to make her proud of me, so I'm really courageous to do things that maybe I'd been a bit too scared to do.
Well, you did the triathlon, didn't you?
I did the London Triathlon
because you wanted to make her proud.
Yeah, because it's something I always wanted to do, but shied away from. You know, when people ask you to do things and you think, oh, I'd like to do it, but I'm a bit... But now I'm like, yeah, triathlon, even the theatre. The theatre was something I'd always wanted to do, never really, you know.
So with the Spice Girls musical, how is all that working? How much input do you get into that?
Well, to be honest with you, you know, us girls had spoken about having a musical for years because the music lends itself perfectly, doesn't it, to a West End show. And we initiated the whole thing, you know, we got the ball rolling, and we met Judy, and she's an incredible producer, very famous for producing Mamma Mia. And then she got Jennifer Saunders on board to write the story, and we've got
so at that point you hand over the mantle, don't you? You're like, I'm not getting involved with that.
We've got a dream team.
Yeah.
But you know, the women involved, girl power all the way. They're brilliant, and they want us to be happy, and they keep us involved. But creatively, it's like, do your thing, totally.
Well, there's always an appetite for you guys, you know, so getting back together again, and it's constantly discussed, and everyone looks for an opportunity. What's the next opportunity we could start to say that maybe they would? And the next opportunity would be, of course, the Olympic Games.
I know.
And that's been discussed quite a bit.
I know, and I've never been approached about this, and I'm so disappointed because, of course, being Sporty Spice, I'm so excited about the Olympics coming to London. You know, I know it gets a lot of bad press, as we always do, you know, but it's amazing. It's never going to happen again in our lifetime, you know. And
so if you were approached, if someone did say, right, okay, girls, this is the opportunity, would you do it?
I'd do it, yeah,
would
absolutely.
You? What about the others?
Definitely. I don't know, Phil, you'll have to ask them.
Do you?
Well, you know them better than I do. What do you think the reaction would be?
I think there's probably some that would love to do it and some of them that may not be into it.
Because you were apprehensive when you sort of got the reunion last time. You were a little bit apprehensive about it then, weren't you?
Yeah, I was, and I think, because when we worked together the first time, it was, it was incredible. We achieved all these dreams and then some, it was amazing. But also it was really tough. And I think we were kind of, at the end of it, we were all a bit traumatised by the experience and just needed a bit of distance to kind of rediscover who we were as individuals. And, and I had some personal issues I needed to address and deal with, which I did. But I think going back frightened me because I thought, oh, are those feelings going to come
Personal
back up?
issues to do with performing, of music, or...
No, my personal issues, they're quite well documented. I had problems with my eating and I suffer with depression as well, which, thankfully I've been well for a number of years now. But, there's always that fear of those feelings going to come back when you go back into that environment, But I'm so glad they did it, because it was amazing.
Well, look, we love the pictures of you when you did get back together again, and this massive crash. You've got your own football team there with all the kids.
Yeah, and it's ever growing. We've got 3 new additions this year, and, it's a wonderful thing, and I think the children make us closer as well, because we want to get together, and we want the children to hang out and play and grow up together. So it's a great time.
Who does Scarlett get on best with?
Well, myself and Emma arranging a marriage for her and Bo. That's the plan.
Bo's so handsome, isn't he?
He's so gorgeous, isn't he? But all the Spice children, actually, we've done all right.
Yeah.
They're all good lookers.
Thank goodness for that.
So, yeah.
There's not one Spice you have to go to and say, oh, lovely.
All babies are beautiful.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
You're going to sing for us at the end of the show.
I am. I'm very excited. I'm quite nervous. It's the first time I've sung it on British TV, so it's your little exclusive.
Thank you for coming here.
Thank you for doing it.
Yeah,
well, I mean,
pleasure.
the album, as we said, is The Sea. 5th album, actually the most successful solo artist out of the band, and 5 albums, and that's put you ahead of everybody else. So well done. And we'll see you a little bit later on.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Time to have a look at this week's competition. There's a massive £20,000 in cash and the most magical of family holidays up for grabs. If you have a look at this, there we go. That's with Eamon and Ruth. Now she's just a tad nervous, but not massively nervous, because this is actually the first time you performed this single on the telly. Yeah, good.
First time.
We can't wait. Here we go.
Real treat, thank
Before we
you.
go, performing her brand new single, Week, which is out on Monday, from the album The Sea, all written in Brighton, it is Melanie C. Bye now.
Every single morning I wake up and there's a moment of bliss. Then I remember I get up and I get on with what I chose, but oh how I wish we could go back in time and find the part we lost. Go back to where we started off. Every single morning I wake up and I've been waiting right here for things to get better, and I've been patient, trying to figure it out. Everyone else is saying what don't kill you makes you stronger. So why do I feel so weak, so weak, so weak? I can feel you loving me like tiny little wounds when I breathe, and time is so unkind, and I am covered up in scars that should be starting to heal, but I